Oh dear. Ooh, it's wobbling. Let me try that. There we are. Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome to Tasha Impressions live. This is live stream number 7. Live stream number 7. I think we need to have a bit of something around like that. Something a bit sparkly and nice. So, live stream number 7. Now, let me try, see if we need this light as well, but I think it might be too bright. I think it might just be a bit too bright. Oop. Oh gosh, I think that's too much. That was too much, it was too bright. Hi, whoever's watching. Welcome to Tasha Impressions, live stream number 7. Can you believe it's only just over a month since the 3rd anniversary of this channel? It's August already. I would like to say a huge thank you to my regular commenters and also welcome to my new subscribers. So welcome to Kaylee Hook, Mahar Channel and Carlos Mauricio, and anyone else who's subscribed that's probably got a private subscription. Thank you to my regular commenters and supporters of my channel. Henry Smith Comedy is one of the top commenters on this channel, along with Something You Need 25, and there are a few others too. Thank you to Something You Need 25's recent shout out on his YouTube community. Thank you to Every Day's a Bonus, Tidbit Blitz, Corey's Comedy Channel, Ron2256 and Ferganized Travel Life, because they all comment regularly on this channel. For those of you who missed the last live stream number 6, it is still available to watch under my live videos. Some of you have subscribed. Oh, hi Henry, and hi Debbie. Some of you may have subscribed because of the impressions, maybe because, hi Elizabeth, are you new? Because if you've not seen this before, this channel is not just about impressions, it's about lots of things. But that's what I'm just trying to explain at the moment. So welcome everybody. I've got 24 people watching at the moment. I can't type in the chat at the moment because I haven't got anyone else that's able to do that. So, but I'm very happy to see that there's plenty of people watching, and I've got lots of interesting things to say, lots of poetry and impressions to read. So I just wanted to say that this channel is about impressions, different accents and poetry. Some of you might have decided to subscribe because you're interested in seaside views, nature, or even maybe food videos or historic buildings, because I put all of those things on this channel. I have written some new things recently. Some of these have already been featured on this channel and some have not been featured yet. Now, I've got a set list again, because it's always good to have a set list. Yes, you might actually find, hi Chris taking 9257. I don't think I've seen you before. If you're not subscribed, then please consider subscribing, because this is a fun channel. We have lots of things. Have I not got my, I have got my order, haven't I? Oh yes, I have. So, now this particular poem is one where I sang it before. When I spoke with a voice like this. Hi Blake ML. I don't think I've seen you before either. So welcome to Tasha's Impressions. My name is Mr. Parsnip, I can't believe my shape. My name is Mr. Parsnip, you know I won't escape. I'm going in the soup pan with all my other friends. I'll make a tasty lunch soon, you'll see the better end. You know I feel so happy that I won't sit and rot away. So ta-ta-ta for now I bid you. I hope you have a good day, have a good day. I have done that one before. I have oh, hello, Salman Ahmed. I haven't seen you comment on my channel before, I don't think, unless you've watched the previous live stream. Okay, welcome. So if you're interested in subscribing, it's free, and this channel has a whole mix of poetry, impressions, lots and lots of stuff on here. We have a bit of a mix between poetry, impressions. Some of the stuff I will sing as well, just like I've just done there. Now the next one I've got is actually about peanuts, so I apologise to anyone who's got a peanut allergy, but I do have something that I've written because I'm rather keen on peanuts, you'll see. So this one is called That Peanutty Taste, and guess what? This is an exclusive for this live stream number 7. So I haven't read this one out before. So, which voice shall I do this in? Would you like it as a posh accent? Or shall I read it in an American accent? Okay. That peanutty taste. I'll do it in a posh voice. That peanutty taste I really couldn't waste, as it tasted very good. That special combination, whether dried or in a tub, it really is quite exquisite, with chocolate too combined. I really must remind you of how much I love peanuts. Would you say I'm nuts about them, or just really keen? What I've said is not unseen. Oh, you're going out and about, Debbie. Yeah, it's fine. No worries. No worries. You can always watch this again later. We'll see how long this live stream ends up being anyway, because it might be a little longer than you think. Right, this next one that I've written, this is all my own material that I've written, poems and creative pieces. And if I do some impressions as well, you never know, there'll be a few in there, and it'll be with different accents as well, just to make it more interesting. So this particular one that I wrote, it's quite an unusual one, this is. Where should we start with this? I was going to read this. It's called It Stinks, actually. It stinks, my name's not Jar Jar Binks. To get that 40 winks, it may take more than blinks. To fly so high up into the sky, like radiant birds we skim, into the clouds we swim. No rushing in, I threw that in the bin. I could almost do this as a rap. I threw that in the bin so long ago, now no one else even knows. But with what truth may tell, it opened up its shell and showed within the prize inside the tin. So now, no more, it opened up the store and lay within that funny kind of grin. It grew inside a funny kind of pride, much more than this. I'm in a state of bliss, transformed again, and it's beyond my ken. And yes, that sounds like I was on something when I wrote it, but I wasn't. It's just a piece of creative writing. That is all. That's all I'm going to say. Aha. We've got a poem here about a bogus cheesecake. Does anybody like cheesecake? Does anybody like cheesecake? And what sort of cheesecake do you like? This cheesecake poem was written about 3 years ago. So, and I have put some or part or all of this onto my channel already. Who said it was bogus cheesecake? How did you know? The only kind I want is not snow. It's plant-based and delicious. It's kinder as animal-free. I'd really like that tasty treat. Would be so neat to make and quicker if it's no bake. What kind of monstrosity did you have in mind? I'm not being unkind, just asking as reading those 2 words conjures up all kinds of thoughts in my imagination. Yes, creation, if you dare. I'll find a recipe and try it, and you might like it. I don't think those 2 on the back are the ones. Thanks, Henry. I don't think I wasn't going to read those 2 actually. Got lots of people's. I've got pieces of paper that are written poetry on, and then I've got various ones. I'm not going to read every single one that I've got on these bits of paper. Some of them are more just, well, some of them I think I've done before, and some of these I might have done before, but it's been a while, and I like if I've done them at all on live stream. I said lime then, didn't I? So what are people's favourite food? Do you want to put in the chat what is your favourite food? Anything particular? I think I like a veggie curry. I'm talking about favourite foods, not worst case scenario foods that might be a bit sloppy and a bit unpleasant. Apologies if anyone's eating their evening meal, dinner, supper, tea, lunch, whatever, depending on your time zone. Oh, it's only got 3 people watching at the moment. So I was going to read another poem, but I was just asking what anyone likes to. What is your favourite food? So I did a poem about delectable and delicious a while ago. I think I've already done that one on a live stream. I've had so many. But if some of them get repeated, then I don't think anyone's going to mind, are they? I don't think so. All right, we'll go on to the expanse of green because there's nothing in the chat at the moment. Everything's gone very quiet. So, expanse of green. This one's called. Now, this was inspired. I wonder if you can imagine why this was inspired. Because if you go out and about and you go walking in the countryside, I didn't even go walking in the countryside to be inspired by this, because there was an overgrown garden quite near to where I used to live. And I think it was because of that, really, that inspired me. So, the expanse of green, the endless sea of it. Huge branches reach out to meet the carpet, more like a blanket. Would you thank it for inspiring this ode? In that abode, the wildest expanse, stretching on, never ending. How the brambles twist back and forth like a huge worm or a snake. Take time to ponder amidst, as looking closer, the white flowers bloom amongst the gnarled green prickly tendrils. What is hiding underneath? No badgers or foxes? Any mice? The trees could tell a tale or 2 of the last 150 years, at least. Such a feast of green that meets the eye. I stop and sigh to take it all in on this sunny day. And that was the end of the expanse of green. Tricky one. Oh yeah, Henry, I can see your comment. Yeah, fish and chips is good. long as it's not absolutely drenched in oil. You know, sometimes they're not very it needs to be crispy, not drenched in oil. Let's see what we've got. I know what might just be coming next. Now, I've been a bit creative, and I've got this creation here. Let's see if I can get it on my head. Oh, it looks a bit like my family said they thought it looked like a Peaky Blinders cap, or maybe a mushroom. I need to put it on and then make sure it stays on, so I need to get it like this. Look at this, it's like a, oh dear. Hang on, it's tied like this. This ribbon, I thought if I put a ribbon on it, it would stop it from coming out. Oh dear. Hang on. See, got to put on a show, you see, on this channel. We put on a show. Got 16 people watching now. Hello. How are you today? And what's the weather like where you are? It's been very rainy, actually. Oh, hi, Debbie. It's been very rainy. Now, the next thing that I have got here is entitled August, actually. It's entitled August. Actually, I could read this with a Brummy accent, seeing as I've not done that one yet. Oh, hang on a minute. We've completely missed. Now, does this hat remind you of anything? Does it remind you of anything? Homie. Oh, Marge. Do you like my new hat? Do you like it? It's just right for the summer. What do you think? Hey? It's the holidays. Sunny weather out in the backyard. Gotta put up that sunshade parasol. Get that grill ready. Yeah? It's nice and warm. Bet it's nice and warm in America. It's not very warm here where I am at the moment. It's been raining a lot today. Oh, homie. What kind of hat are you wearing? Well, Marge, it's one to try and keep out the sun, you know. I think you need one that's got a bit more wider brim, don't you? Oh, Marge, I got the sunshade, the parasol. Yeah, that'll do. So we're going to do August. August is the next one. Now, I can't think whether I've done a video of August, the August poem. So, anyway, super warm or rainy. Today there's humidity. Yes, but it's not oppressive. Pleasant. I'm not feeling obsessive about describing the climatic adjustment. Some prefer the sizzling, scorching sun, basking in its shine. In my own mind, I prefer a marginally cooler day. Not torridness. I must confess, it drains me so. I wish to stay in the shade of a cool pool side and chill for a while at least. I haven't got my drink. Oh, no, do you know what I have not got ready? I was going to do glasses of water and ting with a spoon, so we'll have to pretend when I get to the bit that I need to get to, and I think Debbie can probably guess what I'm on about, but, well, never mind. Never mind, my dear heart, never mind. Oh, hello, Jimmy Cricket. Don't think you've ever seen you on this channel before either. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for all the hearts. Thank you. Do you like my hat? It's a hat that was kind of a crafty type hat, which had things on it, and then I've covered it with some material and I've stitched it inside. So it's, and then I've got my scarf on underneath, and I've got a ribbon to try and keep the hat on, and it looks kind of weird. Oh, thank you. What is that? Louis Woe Shoes. Whoa. If you're not subscribed, these new people that I can see on this chat, then please consider subscribing. Let's get up to 200 subscribers, because I said I wasn't going to do this live stream until I got 200 subscribers. But hopefully by the end of this evening, we will have 200. No worries. If you don't like my hat, no worries, because I decided to wear it. And in keeping with a rather silly poem, next, this one is about a major. Oh, yes, it's about the major. It doesn't have to be about the major in Keeping Up Appearances with Hyacinth Bouquet. Thank you, Henry. Thanks for that comment. So, it's old grassed major had a penchant for flavour. He really liked some zing in his special chili tin. It was such an unusual flavour, he really couldn't savour, so he gave it to the pigs who lived down the lane near Diggs. They wore such funny wigs he almost fell apart from laughing. It was such a sight to see, it really filled him with glee. I've got some more of the green material here, by the way. The wigs would look so grand when placed upon a stand. Above the studio, he did plan to put on a show. And that, my dear, is the end of that one. That's the end of that one. Henry, do you remember the poem that I did before about the slimiest piece of cheese? This is just a little trigger warning in case you are eating something. Because I'm going to read that one. So let's see how it looks with this on. Let's see, this is the extra piece of material that I didn't use. And now I could be Rapunzel. Rapunzel, let down your hair. Look at this. Look, it's really long, this fabric. It's look, does it look fabulous, my dear, or does it look dreadful? Awful. I don't like it at all. It looks absolutely awful, my dear. Absolutely. Actually, if anyone ever watched Trini and Susanna, I haven't done this impression on this channel before. But there was Trini Woodall and Susanna Constantine, and they used to do a program on the UK TV. I can't remember which channel. Could have been Channel 4 or ITV or something. Anyway, they used to talk, advise women about their clothes and their style and what suited them according to their body shape, and it was Susanna. They were helping this lady try on different outfits, and I always remember. I love this quote. I've used this before. I've done it. I've sort of I've done the voice and said it to people, like to my family and stuff, and they think I'm mad. Excuse me saying it, but it doesn't. I don't really care, because if I want to do an impression and I want to do a different accent or a voice, I'll do one. So Susanna, I don't know whether you might be watching this, but this is just a little ode to you, because I used to like watching What Not to Wear with Trini and Susanna, even though they used to be quite sort of. So what she said was, "Oh, that's absolutely vile, like curtain material. Does this look like curtain material to you?" Okay, let's take that off now. take that off and put it over there. I think this is probably nicer, actually. What do you think? This is a nice one. So this is a nice scarf here. Look, it's a nice colour. It's a nice rusty autumnal colour. Very nice. Much nicer. So yeah, they used to advise on fashion and style and so on, and I used to find it funny. But I might not have found it funny if someone had told me that all my clothes look like curtain material. So the next thing I'm going to read is about cheese, actually. Does anybody like cheese? There's only 2 people watching. I've got a poem called The Slimiest Piece of Cheese to read for you. Some cheese can be rather stinky, especially things like Stilton, which I don't like, because it's basically like eating mould, isn't it? Oh, you like cheese, Henry? Yep. So, are you ready for this? Hopefully no one's eating their meal now while they're watching this. Which voice shall I read this in? The slimiest piece of cheese. Shall I do it like that? The slimiest piece of cheese that stunk of green peas that had gone off long ago, repeated on my nose, all the way to Montrose. A wee while longer now, I gave a sigh beneath. I'd rather grind my teeth than chew such disgusting food. I'm really not in the mood for all that dairy backlash. Don't leave a false moustache, and even now, you know, I do not wish to show any enthusiasm for such food. I'm really not in the mood. There you are. See, I did several different voices, all within the same poem. How about that? How's about that then? How's about that? Was that nice? Was that nice? And this next one, this one is a little exclusive because I've never read this one on my channel before. There used to be a park. Don't think Andy and Karen will be watching this. But anyway, I do have some friends that live down near Weymouth Way, and I wrote about a park that is down somewhere down near there, I think. Yes. So I wrote a made-up name. So you'd enjoy that poem, Debbie. Sorry, it was a bit disgusting, but it's only a poem. So I wrote about a park. Now, I made it up, the name of the park. When I was going to Paddy Roll Park, I spied some ducks right there. They gave me a stare that would melt ice, but in a thrice they were gone into the lake, off for a swim. Did I sing a hymn? Oh no, not I, but by and by I took a walk around the gardens, was surprised to see a plethora of bees within the succulent nectar blooms. Will it be a full moon next time I visit? Did anyone chime? I'll start a new rhyme of life. Yeah, that's the one I have not read out before. So if you like that one, then I could do the whole video, because when I do shorts out of this live stream, it only lets me do about 15 seconds total. Totally. Right. So this next one we have got. Does anyone remember Big Brother on TV? On the TV in the UK? I think they did do some US Big Brothers as well, where everybody lived in a house and there was cameras watching them, and they had to do lots of different tasks, and some of the tasks were really disgusting. They might have had to eat disgusting food, or they might have had to crawl through disgusting food to get things. And the celebrity Big Brother house When did I write this? Was it last year? I wrote this a while ago. Oh yes, I wrote it in April 2025. So it's more than a year ago. So this particular one is an ode to Michael Fabricant, who used to be an MP in the UK. So what kind of voice shall we read this in? Oh, I've got these. Oh yes, I have. I've got some sunglasses. They're over in there. Or we'll just have to pretend I'm not reading that one yet. Right, we'll do a Michael Fabricant one. So I usually read this with a posh voice. So I will do it with a very, very posh voice. My name is Fabrication. I dressed up for the nation. I wore my favorite wig and I did a little jig. Really enjoyed my time in Big Brother's State of Mind. I like to put on a show. It's really fun, you know, to wear a deck chair jacket. It must have cost a packet. Inside the studio, I wore a sparkly, shimmering jacket. Well, this isn't a jacket, but it does sparkle. So how about this? And I even dressed up as a bunny, depositing eggs inside the drawers, and soon they were found. The housemates made such a sound. I've got 5 people watching. I wonder who's watching. I hope all these new people that have been watching have decided to click subscribe, because there is so much on this channel. You will miss out if you don't. You'll miss out if you don't, won't you? Right, that is gone. Finished with that one. Now, some of you rather liked it before when I read out a poem, and it was quite spooky. It was a bit of a spooky poem. Now I found another one that I've written. This is a different one. Now let me see if we can do this with the... Ooh! How about if I do this? Does that make it spookier? If I do this with the scarf. Do this with the scarf like this. Oh, like this. How about that? Oh, okay, Henry. No problem. If you need to go and rest. I try and make this one into a short if I can. So, shall I do a spooky voice? What's lurking behind the curtains? What's hiding behind the veil? Would you prevail upon a surprise, a glimpse into that immortal world beyond which I cannot fathom? Is that what you'd gather and wait to tell? That unusual smell was quite uncertain behind that curtain. Oh yes, it didn't impress upon me any glee. I'm sure you well know that I feel so ill at ease, so don't be such a tease. I implore you to provide something to quell that state of mind. I'm not being unkind when I say I'd rather welcome a new day. Oh, we've got 2 people watching. Hello, whoever's watching. That was a very spooky poem. Well, it was supposed to be a spooky poem, one that I wrote myself. Right, let's take the scarf off now because we've finished doing the spooky poem. Aha. Right, we've got that one. Why have I got that in that order? I don't know. I don't really know why that went there. I don't know. So, let me see what we've got. Loads of stuff. Loads more stuff. Loads more funny things. Loads more. I'm going to do another poem. Now this one, I actually wrote a ruder version of this, but I didn't use it on my channel. I mean, I'm not talking about really rude. It was just silly rude. Anyway, this one is called Rum Hum. It's got nothing to do with alcohol. by the way. It's just because the words rhyme, okay? Hello to the two people watching. One of them's Debbie, and I don't know who the other one is. The other person just came along and then went away again. Never mind. So it goes, rum, hum, you tickled my thumb. Tee, hee, you tickled my knee. Woo, hoo, you tickled my shoe. Tra, la, you tickled my arm. Wee, hee, you smelt like tea. I really didn't think I'd read this little tea. 3 people watching now. Hope you like that one. And if you're new to this channel, then please click the subscribe button and the like button, because that would be great. Thank you. Oh, who likes to put on a silly voice? I just did a silly voice. I could do lots of silly voices. There's all kinds of voices on my channel. Who said going up the apples and pears? Was it time for a rest? I don't think so. No, not yet. Do you like smoky ranch salad? If it's hot weather, then I guess you'll be eating salad and cranking up the grill or the barbecue. It's called a barbecue in the UK. But in America, it's called a grill. I don't know what they call it in, oh yeah, they call it the Barbie in Australia, don't they? Hang on, I don't know that I can do that voice. I don't think I'll try doing an Australian accent. I don't think that's going to work. Now, the next poem that I've prepared is one that I have actually done on this channel before. It's called A Piece of Spinach. Oh, you've got a piece of spinach stuck in my teeth. Yesterday it was coriander. Did anyone say leaf? It wasn't very funny. It was quite annoying. It took a while to sift it, to prise it from its place. I hadn't planned to leave it so long in the tooth. But appearances emerged, making it a necessity to veer beyond time and space, so it wouldn't be an abominable sight. And no, it wasn't a fright, when out came Dental Floss, who said, "You know who's boss." So I obeyed and stayed to clean it up. Actually, I don't think I've even read the whole of that out before on this channel. I might have just used part of it before. Welcome to the 3 people who are watching this channel. You miss me doing this. You miss me going like this and doing this for the spooky poem. But you can always watch later when it's been uploaded and sorted out. So that was the piece of spinach. Does anybody want to give me a word prompt in the chat? And I'll try and make a rap for you right now. I have written something down just in case nobody puts anything in the chat. I wrote something yesterday about a particular thing which certain people would probably have had if they went to Wimbledon to watch the tennis. Anybody want to give me a word prompt? Yes? No? Oh, hi, Christina. Just asking if anyone wanted to give me a word prompt, and I'll start doing a rap, because on the last live stream, I did a 3-year anniversary. I did a rap poem. If not, I could do this one for people watching. Strawberries and cream are really a dream, for such a feast I know will surely give me such a glow. I really enjoy the taste, so refreshing, so amazed. Did it really appear? Soon I could not begin to swoon. Now how about this time of year? Makes me think of summer. When I was a child, the holidays were usually beginning around the 1st of August. When I say holidays, I mean when we used to go away as a family. Yeah, sorry if that wasn't a very good rap, but it's tough, tough, tough. Hard cheese, some people used to say. We used to go away on holiday about the 1st of August, around then. And we often went to a place called Weston-super-Mare down in Somerset. So many memories of being by the sea. Not in a holiday camp, but in a holiday flat. I'd like to recreate a little impression from Heidi High, the TV show that was shown back in the 1980s, but was set in about 1950s. The only thing is I don't have a glass and a spoon to ding it. So they'll have to just pretend, and I'll have to do the whoo, 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 like that. Hello, campers. Actually, maybe take this off and change. Woo. Hello, campers. Heidi hi. Heidi ho. This is Gladys. How are you doing? I've been asked to judge the Knobbly Knees contest. I wish Ted would do that. I'd prefer to do some more announcements. Think some classes. Oh, I don't have a xylophone here. That's a shame, isn't it? I don't know. I don't have one anymore. So that was my impression of Gladys. You like this scarf? Let's see what we can do with this scarf. 2 people are watching. I think one of them is Debbie, and I don't know who the other one is. You see, with these scarves, you can do things. Well, maybe if we do this with the scarf and tie it and put it up like this and do it like this, it might look like a top knot thing on the top. It might look like a, it might look, oh. Does that look very, very nice or not? Does it look jolly-dee or does it look silly? It doesn't look like the sort of thing someone would wear to the royal ascot for the races, does it? I think that they would need to be looking much smarter than that, especially if the king and queen consort were in attendance and other members of the royal family. But I did an impression on, I think it was the last live stream, where I was talking about driving my Range Rover. Can you guess who this is supposed to be? Can you guess who I'm trying to be on this particular impression? I won't tell you what my name is. I'll see if somebody can guess. I wore my favorite hat. I really like those little canapes with smoked salmon and cream cheese at the Royal Ascot races. Oh, watching those horses. Those betting people call them the Gee-Gees, don't they? Did you like that? I did do a thing about posh food. I actually wrote a creative piece about posh food. In fact, it went into 2 parts and it was posted on this channel quite recently. Well, in June, about the time when the Royal Ascot was on. If you could have anything to eat, what would it be? Anything you liked. Something that was maybe too expensive that you wouldn't normally have, I wonder. So I think I remember an article online. According to an article online, there was a ridiculously expensive burger. It was in a newspaper article quite a few years ago. Maybe it was £150 or something in it can't have been, wasn't it in Harrods, or was it in Fortnum and Mason's? I don't know. Well, anyway, it was extravagantly expensive. Has anyone ever been to a very posh shop just to browse and not actually buy anything? Has anyone ever been to a posh place like Harrods in London, or to maybe even Fortnum and Mason's, my dear? I've never been in either of those shops actually, and unless I happen to go and visit London, it's less likely that I will go and see it. But I know it's very posh and very, very expensive, my dear. Yes. I've seen programs where people have done taste tests and found that Fortnum and Mason's food wasn't as nice as a certain supermarket food, actually. And with some very spiffing accents, actually. There was a man who had a taste test restaurant program on the TV. I don't know whether anybody might recognise him because he was in the jungle, wasn't he? He was in the jungle in the last I'm a Celebrity Jungle, the one that was in Australia. And he was, great grooves in that crust. Oh, you boys are carb lovers. I'm going to absolutely stuff you today. 3 courses and lots of pasta and lots of things that you might like, and then delicate little desserts and things. You probably don't know who I'm trying to pretend to be. Do you remember Tom Reed Wilson? No? Well, he did taste test programs. And talking of shops, I think we need to change. Oh, I think the cap might be a more appropriate thing. Oh, hello there. Hello there. I'm looking for my friend Kimberly. Have you seen her? Has anyone seen Kimberly? Oh, she's been ever such a long time in that shop. Ever such a long time. Oh, Granville, can you fetch a cloth, Mrs. Tattersall? What can I get you?
Fig biscuits. Fig biscuits for Mrs. Tattersall.
That was from another TV show called Open All Hours, in case you didn't realise. Well, has everybody clicked the subscribe button? What do you think of this live stream? I know I've had a few hearts earlier. I'd just like to say thank you to everybody that likes, comments, that's clicked the subscribe button, that watches regularly. Thank you, Debbie, for watching. I don't know who else is watching. There's another person watching, but nobody is commenting in the chat, so I've got no idea who. Looks like you might be one of the top fans, nearly, Debbie, on this chat. Let me scroll back down and see who's number. No, I don't know. Somebody called Blake ML was numero uno. Not numero uno, no, number one. Number one. He was the top one. Anyway, so that's all the stuff that I've written down. But what is coming next is down to what is already scheduled to be on this channel, because I try to schedule my stuff in advance. I just wanted to say thank you again to everybody that's watched, commented, and subscribed, because without you this channel would not have continued to grow and change. And if you would like it, I could read something else, because I do have some more things in my notepad, because I am prepared on top of all the other stuff that I've shared already. A few impressions and poetry. So now there is a little there is something that's going to be coming soon on this channel. There is a creative piece which I did write recently, and I have not actually premiered this video, this particular poem on this channel yet. It's coming soon. I've already recorded it. But how about I read it out now on this live stream? So this poem is called That Cheeky Little Chair. So, are you ready? What voice shall we read it in? Shall we read it in a Brummie accent? That cheeky little chair was watching my despair as I tried to get comfy. It didn't fill me with glee. As I shifted about, there was no doubt before me, as I noted that it was poorly made, and so it irritated my back. And even though I tried to add some cushions here and there, I really did feel mad, as it wasn't the right pad. Despite my best intentions, I'd just like to mention how awful it became, so it was returned to the shop from whence it came. Totally fictitious, by the way. I did not return a chair to a shop. But just another, that's another one, that's a new one, exclusive for this live stream. Never been read out before on this channel. Oh yes, and talking of that food again, I've got the Royal Ascot Posh Menus here, so I could read that one again, although it has been done on this channel before, but I could do that one. The Royal Ascot Races Menu. Well, I wrote, what is your favourite treat? What do you like to eat? If you go to the races in June, then you might find some soup, or should I say, consommé de mushroom, or dainty sandwiches and little petit four cakes, or buttermilk scones, or scones, sorry, we have to say scones, with luxurious cream and specially made preserves, or even fennel relish. Now that's not something I'd agree on. Likewise, licorice jelly. Not sure if I'd like a caviar tartlet or some deviled quail's eggs with compressed cucumber. As for the salted caramel millionaire's chocolate pudding, now that's a totally different story altogether. Without measure, but not at that price. Atrociously expensive. I'll leave you to your overpriced treats and eats, crafted by Michelin-starred chefs, whose job it is to create ever more bizarre creations, using only the finest ingredients, of course. So would you raise a glass of champagne or sparkling wine? It really would be rather fine, especially if someone else was paying. Obviously, if somebody else was paying, then you wouldn't be worrying about the cost of the treats, would you? Some of you might remember me reading out a poem about a waiter man as well. I don't think we'll read that one this time. Right then, right, Amy old muckers, what we got left in here? I don't think we'll read that one either. Or that one. That one's quite a recent one. And that one is the one I read earlier. So I think it's just you, Debbie. You've been watching all the way through, unless it's somebody else. I don't know. This channel, we have this live stream number 7. 54 minutes we've been going now. I did prepare quite a lot of content. So I said if you gave me a word prompt, then I could do right. I thought I could hear rain. I think it's raining down. Or maybe I could make a little rap about rain. It's raining down, it's raining down, it's raining down from the clouds above. Pardon me. It's raining down, it's raining down. Let's hope it washes all the detritus away. And so the rain is tippy-tapping on the window pane. It's tippy-tapping on the window pane. That was just me totally making up, totally ad-libbing. Yes, this does look rather like a Peaky Blinders cap, doesn't it? Let's turn it round and see what it looks like the other way. It looks even weirder at the back. I'll turn it back round again. So, there has been a few people who've watched, and then they've been and gone again. Look at all these tassels on this scarf. It's actually got like it's got like a sort of clear bit down the bottom as well, so I can look through. This is actually looks like peacock feathers on this scarf. It's quite a fine scarf, but I actually had it. I bought this from a second-hand, what they called a tabletop sale in this country. It wasn't a yard sale, Debbie, because I know you're familiar with yard sales in America, but it wasn't a yard sale. It was what they called, it's like an inside a church hall where they had people with different stalls selling things. And it was just people that had paid for a table, and then they were selling their things that they brought along. Oh, I've had this quite a long time, and it's rather splendid, don't you think? It's rather splendid. 57 minutes. I wonder if anyone else is going to come and watch or not. I'll maybe take this off now. And I can change and put this on. I've got 3 people watching now. Hello, if you're watching. This is Tasha Impressions, where we do lots of different impressions. And we do, let's see, let's make this into do what I did before. And, oh, Charles, what have you been up to? Charlie boy, you are a naughty boy. Does anyone recognise who I'm doing an impression of now? Charlie boy, you have been so naughty, you have. You've been very, very naughty. Actually, we haven't done the strict school mom today, have we? Let's do the strict school mom. Let's put the glasses on. Oh, yes. How about this? Oh, you've been very naughty today, haven't you? What have you been up to? You've really been very naughty. You haven't kept those rules at all. You've flouted them. You've completely flouted them. You're supposed to keep your uniform nice and neat and tidy. And you've hoiked your skirts up far too high for my liking. Far too high they are. Now, make sure they're at knee length at least, because otherwise it's just going to be no good at all. You have to do that. If you keep flouting the rules, you might be expelled, you know. Us teachers can't stand for all this flouting of rules and regulations. It's absolutely unacceptable. So, and for your information, my name is not Harvard. Actually, it is Harvard. It's not hardcore. It's Harvard. You probably don't even know who I'm doing there. You probably don't even know who I'm doing, but 3 people are watching. Somebody likes the strict school mom, don't they? Oh, yes. I'll take the glasses off again. So, I just did an impression. Did anyone guess who I did the impression of? Did anyone guess when I said, oh, Charles? Did anybody guess who I was doing an impression of? Does somebody want to put a comment in the comments? No? No. Because somebody's gone to Balmoral, haven't they? Actually, I went quite near to Balmoral a few weeks ago. If you're interested, I actually got some footage of the little church at Crathy, where the royal family actually go to church, and where even Queen Victoria used to go to church. So it's been around that long. I actually got footage of that. So if you have a look under history, I think it's under Scottish churches actually. I think there's a playlist just for Scottish churches, but there is a history playlist. There's a Scotland playlist. There's plenty of history, different places you can go and see on the playlists. Plenty of comedy impressions, plenty of different accents that I do. You see, I do talk like this sometimes. Or I might talk like this. That's slightly different, I think. Actually, I haven't got my pirate mask today. I didn't bring my pirate mask, did I? Have you seen this lovely red ribbon, you see? This is a lovely reddy, actually, is it red or pink? It's kind of pinky, kind of a cerise colour. Yes, would you call it cerise? I could put it over my scarf like that, like a sort of a little bandana thing. It's not very big though, no. It kind of goes with my pink top though. We've gone over an hour. I wonder who's watching. Got two people watching apart from Debbie, but they won't tell me who they are. Are you too shy to tell me who you are? Are you my subscribers, or are you just new people? You're very welcome anyway. So this is live stream number 7, and we have gone over an hour now. So what shall we read? I always have more stuff prepared than I actually do read, just in case. Let's dip into the folder and see what we've got. What's in here? Let's see what we've got. We've got Candela Custard again. Would you like Candela Custard? We've got Candela Crusty as well. I don't think we want to read about people having crusty skin, but I don't want to offend anybody. We've got Candela Custard. I can read this one if you like. I won't read that one. Let's see. We have got... What voice shall we do this in? Candela Custard had a penchant for mustard. I don't think I've done this one in an American accent, actually. She really liked the dish. It was her greatest wish to change the mustard yellow.
And then she could bellow, I'm even brighter still. So say what you will, I like to be seen, not hide away in green. It isn't very mean to wish to smell so strong from all that spicy tang, not light ylang lang or even mildest soap. I don't hold out much hope of obtaining your understanding of what I'm now demanding. I haven't read that bit out before, actually. So there's another exclusive on this channel. Another exclusive for you today that you might not have heard before. And now you have heard it today.
There's also a poem here called Calm, which I've read out before. This was only written in April this year. What calm do I feel? Is it really real along the way? Smelling the scent of fresh flowers, even for hours and hours, especially lavender or camellia, and roses too, bright colours or muted. Nothing super bright is really an insight and totally believable. It really is serene. I need to be seen amidst the calming glow. I've got 6 likes, thank you. Hi, Ron. I've done more than an hour and you've missed a few impressions and a few silly bits. But I shall try and make some shorts out of this. So there will be some little tasters of what. I don't think we want that one. Oh, I've got something else in here. One thing I've never done on one of these live streams is actually read some of my fictional story that I wrote. Because I've actually written, I found the Naughty Seagull poem I wrote 3 years ago. I could read that one. So what you might not realise is that I actually have written 2 books. Well, one is not finished yet. I've got a sequel and I've also got an original. Oops, sorry, only just noticed that you were live. It's all right, Ron, no worries. And I don't think I'm going to tell you the titles because at the moment I have put opening chapters, previously put the opening chapters of 2 draft versions of the book, the first book, it has been finished, but I believe it needs a lot more editing. And as with all my other work, all my other poetry, all my writing, none of it has ever actually been published. But a lot of people, quite a few people, have actually told me that I should get something published. And in fact, my daughter tells me that I should put maybe the opening chapters of my story onto something called Wattpad. Don't know if you've heard of that. I've heard about it, but I've never used it because I used to be on youwriteon.com website, and that website no longer exists. It was funded by something called the Arts Council, and yes, I had. Oh, you're running out for some errands. Okay, Debbie. Yeah, so I used to edit my book, but it's still a work in progress. One day I might get it published. Anyway, if that's something you're interested in me reading on my channel, then please leave me a comment in the comments and I might consider possibly reading a little bit of my story on my channel, but I've not done so far because I wasn't sure whether it was really ready to be read out. It could have been, but I haven't done it so far. Anyway, I've got 5 people watching, don't know who else is watching. Let's read about these naughty seagulls. These gulls that I saw, they are technically called herring gulls, by the way, if we're going to be pedantic. Right, so naughty seagulls picking at the bag, couldn't wait to have a feast. I'm sure they are not beasts. Must be starving and on the hunt for food. Now they've left a trail of mess and I'm in a mood. One single seagull still hovering nearby, surveying the debris. I wish I could cry. All he wants is to fill his tummy while leaving a mess for our neighbours to clean. When our neighbours return, what will they say? Who has made such a mess on the drive today? That's actually when I was staying on a caravan park, actually. Wrote that 3 years ago. I've got 2 versions of that. So, let's see what else we've got. Let's see what else we've got. I don't think we want that one. No, that one was no good. No, we don't want that one. Well, it's not a cold day, so I don't think you want me to read a poem about feeling cold. And you've probably got a heat wave where you are anyway. Yes, of course. Yes, now this is one that I wrote ages ago. Why don't seagulls fly over the bay? Because they would be bagels. Are you feeling crabby? You gotta be sure of yourself by the seaside. How about this one? This is a strange one. This one, I made up a name. This one was called, I think I've done this one. I've done this one on my channel. Yes. Felonius Fitzgammon, sorry. Felonius Fitzgammon had a penchant for salmon. He chose his favourite bits, while others did the splits. He stole some caviar from just inside the bar, so just without some hope, he went inside the choke. It really was quite sad. He wasn't such a lad. He really was a stout. He didn't get my goat. I hope he learned his lesson and didn't steal any venison from Fortnum's inside his jacket. It would have cost a packet, and hidden up his sleeve. He really had deceived all his friends, you know. He tried to put on a show, but they just said now, Phil, let's go with the old bill and learn your lesson well, at least for a spell of time inside the clink, before you hit the brink. A seagull stole your sandwich in Brighton. I've got a story about a herring. It was probably a herring gull in where was I? In St Ives, which is Cornwall. More than 30 years ago, on holiday. I had an ice cream. I was holding it like this instead of like this, and the gull just came, and the wing slapped my face, and before I knew it, the whole ice cream was gone. Literally. Oh, you're still there, Debbie? And then somebody else is watching. Someone else is watching my live stream today. Oh yes, this is the slimy casserole, Henry, which I think you know about this one, because this one has been done on my channel before, and then I even actually got a picture of a mouldy dish that had some mould inside, and then I did a quick remix of this poem on this channel actually. Apologies about that, because when my daughter found out about that, she said, Mom, you didn't put that on there, did you? And I said, yes, I did. You felt a cold foot brush your hand. Ooh, that would have been horrible. Do you like to talk about slimy things? Because I did do about the slimiest piece of cheese earlier. The slimy casserole that stank too much of mould. It really was quite grim. The coating of grease wasn't thin. I couldn't throw it in the bin, so I instead decided I'd revive it inside the dishwasher, where everything goes whir, and cutlery doth gleam with such a lovely sheen. Surprisingly, it's true. I can't believe your views are not the same as mine. I really cannot find a thread of evidence here to make it disappear. So off to cleaning go. I'm in the mode, you know. You'll surely see it's fine, way just beyond the line. It's curious, you know, how neat it does now glow. I don't think we'll read that one. Not going to read that one either. It's Windermere, yes. Now, Windermere to me is a special place. You might wonder why Lake Windermere is a special place. I'm talking about the Lake District in the UK. Does anybody know what I mean by the Lake District? Where there's lots of lakes and lots of trees, and it's very nice. And I suppose the holiday accommodation might be a bit expensive. So as I used to go sometimes to near to Windermere, I wrote a little poem. I wrote a little poem. Oh, right. Fluffy. What did Fluffy think about the seagull? I don't know. Shall I read the Windermere poem? Would you like me to read that? We've been on an hour and 15 minutes now. It's nearly that time of year when I remember visiting you, talking about Windermere and the lakes. It was so long ago, and I feel some sadness now, but happy times we had, and such a lovely place it was. I wish I could go and visit it again. I hope it hasn't changed too much, the scenery as spring dawns is really lovely. The autumn leaves have already fallen and some trees are still bare. Come April time, we'll see more buds upon the bushes and trees. The warmer sun will shine upon the lake and glisten so bright. It will be such a delight, recalling memories gone but not forgotten. Gorge walks, swimming indoors, lots of games, bunk beds and holes in the wooden lodge walls. Tents pitched outside the craggy hillside. Peace to sun yourself at least for a little while without any bother. Oh, no, I don't think that's the next bit. I think we've missed the page. Missed the page. No, I've got my... No, I don't know what happened there, but I think I've missed a page somewhere. Oh. No, never mind. I'm a bit mixed up here because that is a different poem there. Never mind. Well, this live stream has been going on for quite a while now. So what did you enjoy most about the live stream? I did give you both a mention, by the way, Debbie and Ron. I gave you both a mention at the start of this live stream, and I gave a few other people a mention as well. Thank you to all those that have subscribed or that did subscribe already, have subscribed already, or that are new, that have just subscribed. Hope you've enjoyed this live stream, and I think it's time to say good night for now, because this has been now an hour and 18 minutes. So thank you very much. And I almost could sing a song, but I don't think I should in case it counts as copyright. So I will say thank you very much. And I will say good night for now. I just got to stop this now. I need to stop this now. What do we do to stop? Oh, that's turning my camera off. I've got to close it. Bye bye then, everybody, and thank you. Yes.